You know those moments, right? When your thoughts are just racing so fast you feel like you're losing control? Well, in this explainer, we're going to build a toolkit of simple, really powerful grounding techniques. They're designed to pull you right back to the present moment, exactly when you need it most. Does this feel a little too familiar? That feeling when your mind just will not shut off? Maybe you're replaying a conversation from yesterday, or you're worrying about something next week. You're just caught in this unending loop of rumination. It is absolutely exhausting, isn't it? And hey, if you feel this way, you are definitely not alone. Stress and anxiety, they can totally derail our entire day, trapping us in this cycle of worrying about the past or freaking out about the future. But there is a way to break that cycle. So, what is this big solution? Well, it's a concept called grounding, and it's all about harnessing the power of the present moment. You know, the best part about grounding techniques is just how simple they are. This isn't some complex mental gymnastics. Nope. These are just straightforward exercises designed to do one thing and one thing only. Pull your attention out of that storm in your head and anchor you firmly in the here and now. So this is really the shift we're talking about. See, an anxious mind, it's usually stuck somewhere in the past or the future, and that triggers our body's fight or flight response. But a grounded mind, it's focused right here, right now, which allows your body to get back to a state of calm and balance. All right, let's build our first toolkit. This one uses something you always have with you, your senses. And we're going to start with a classic technique called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. This method is so incredibly effective because it literally forces your brain to switch focus. I mean, when you're actively trying to find 5 things you can see or 4 different sounds around you, you're interrupting that anxious thought loop. You're not fighting the thoughts, you're just gently redirecting your attention to your immediate physical world. Okay, our next tool might just be the fastest and most powerful one we have. And guess what? It's your own breath. Let's look at a couple of techniques that are backed by some pretty serious science. Okay, this is such a fascinating insight from neuroscientists. You've actually done this before without even thinking about it. It's that spontaneous double inhale you do sometimes when you're stressed or tired. It's literally your body's built-in natural way to hit the reset button on stress. And the cool part is, you can trigger it on purpose. It's so easy. All you do is take a deep breath in through your nose, then at the very top, sneak in another short little inhale, then a long, slow exhale through your mouth. Seriously, just 1 or 2 of these can rapidly bring your nervous system back into balance. Next up is a technique called box breathing. Now, the fact that it's used by people in super high-stress jobs like Navy SEALs to stay focused under extreme pressure, well, that tells you everything you need to know about how effective it is. It gives your mind a simple, structured rhythm to lock onto when everything else feels totally chaotic. The pattern could not be simpler. Just think of a square. You inhale for a count of 4, hold your breath for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. It's the steady, predictable rhythm that is so calming for a brain that feels out of control. All right, for our final toolkit, we're focusing on the body itself. So often, our mental stress shows up as physical tension, right? Like in our shoulders or jaw. These next techniques work directly on that physical feeling to send a signal of safety right back to the brain. So why would you do this? Just look at the range of issues that progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR, can help with. It's not just for feeling anxious in general. It has real, tangible benefits for things like tension headaches, trouble sleeping, even physical pain, all things that are often tied to chronic stress. And the process is so easy. You just systematically tense up a specific muscle group, like making a tight fist, hold it for about 5 seconds, and then you just let it go completely. The key here is that by deliberately creating that tension first, the feeling of relaxation that follows feels so much deeper and more noticeable. So we have these simple tools, right? Using our senses, our breath, our body, but how can such basic actions have such a powerful effect? Let's dive into the science of calm. The answer, believe it or not, is actually pretty straightforward. It all comes down to how you communicate with your body's own control center, your nervous system. Here's the bottom line of what's happening inside you. You are consciously guiding your body away from a state of high alert, that survival mode, and leading it back to a state of safety and calm. So here's the breakdown. Techniques like deep breathing actually stimulate something called the vagus nerve, which is kind of like the relaxation superhighway in your body. This stimulation hits the brakes on your fight or flight response. That's your body's gas pedal, and it activates the rest and digest system. You are literally manually downshifting your own biology. And that right there is the most empowering takeaway from all of this. These aren't just little tricks to distract yourself. They are direct, science-backed methods that give you the power to consciously and deliberately shift your physical and mental state from anxious to calm. So the only question left is which one of these powerful, simple tools will you add to your kit first? A little tip, the best time to practice them is when you're already feeling calm. That way, they'll become second nature for when you truly need them.